Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a bit of a different video. I am going to analyze slash review some of these altcoins that virtual bacon is actually getting into. And if you are not actually familiar with this crypto influencer, he's a pretty big one and a massive influencer on the YouTube as well as on Twitter and other things. And he just released a video where he is actually bullish, and he says that 2025 is going to be a pretty good year for altcoins, and he is actually heavily going into altcoins. So he did actually reveal his portfolio and what the coins he's actually buying. So this is his portfolio actually, as you can see here. It is actually a pretty massive portfolio. As you can see here, he does have a lot of coins here, as you can see. So if you look here, if you look at the percentage by category, as you can see, he is actually into meme, DeFi, RWA, we have AI, we have gaming, we have layer 2, layer 1, and we have Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So he is actually heavily into Bitcoin, which is basically a king of cryptocurrencies. After that we have Ethereum, which you can say, after that we have Solana. So both of these are a blue chip, and Solana is actually a pretty strange one because he doesn't have, I think, Sui here, and I think the Sui is a bigger player than Solana as of now, and I think that still has a lot more room to grow compared to Solana. So I think if I were to actually get in here, I think adding some of the value to the Solana could be pretty good. Oh, sorry, some of the value to the Sui from a small chunk of Solana could be a pretty good deal here. After that we have Avalanche. Of course, Avalanche is a blue chip crypto which has been actually holding pretty well, as you can see, and in this bull run it has yet to run like Solana. So I think there is a lot of room to grow for the Solana. But as far as Toncoin is concerned, Toncoin does have a pretty big ecosystem. Of course, it is a coin of Telegram, but there are some regulations concerned around Toncoin, so that could be a somewhat dangerous if you're looking into Toncoin from that perspective. Beside that, it is a pretty big one. As you can see, it already has 14.6 billion market cap, and it does have potential to grow. I think at least 2x or even 3x is possible from here. After that we have Aptos. So Aptos or APT is a direct competitor against Sui as well as Solana, but Aptos does have, I think, a lot of supply is coming out of from Aptos. So I think it has a lot of sell pressure that has yet to come compared to Sui. So that could be something that you should keep that in mind if you're looking to get into the Aptos. And if you do compare it against BTC, and let's just see that how it has performed. So basically it did actually pretty good in 2023. As you can see, it performed as BTC did, but in March 2024 it did not perform as BTC did, and as of now it has been in the downtrend compared with the BTC. So this could be a pretty dangerous coin to get into, and he has actually bought it. So let's just see where did he get into the APT. So this is his entry basically. So he is actually down 10%, as you can see here. So that's not good. Anyways, after that we have Kaspa, which is another killer BTC, you can say, because it is proof of work blockchain, and it has gained a lot of popularity, and as of now it has actually stopped after getting ton of market cap. And if we just go here, okay, so let me try to find Kaspa here. So this is a Kaspa. So if you look at its price action, so it did actually pretty good in 2023, again in 2024, and it was going up consistently, and as of now it has actually been struggling in this you can say that in this bull run as of now, as you can see here. So it does have a pretty good potential to, I think it can go at least as high as 18 cent, and after that it could be hard to say, but at least I think it does have a room to grow. At least 2x is possible for this coin. After that we have Psy. Of course, this is one of my favorite coin, and I think this one is going to do much better. And after that we have Algo, and Algo is a blue chip like Cardano, and there is an issue with this coin. I mean, there is no issue with this coin, but it has seen a pretty much it has not grown unlike Solana. So if you look at Algo, it has been actually in development, and it did launch before Solana, but it has not seen that much of you can say the adoption. As you can see here, it did actually do pretty well in 2021 bullion, and if you do see a bullion here, I think it could actually go as high as 10 billion. So that is most likely around 4x or even 5x is a possibility for this coin. But as of now, virtual beacon is actually down around 28% on this coin, so that is not good. After that we have Metis. Of course, this is a layer 2 solution which is, I think, undervalued and compared to other layer 2, so this one is a pretty good one, I think. As for the MNT, this one is also layer 2, so both of these are on of course, Mental does have a lot of market cap, and I think it can go higher, but I think Metis does have more potential. After that we have gaming. First of all, we have Superverse. Of course, Super is one of the biggest gaming coin, and they did actually they had their investors basically sold a lot of tokens, so that was one of the things that actually put Supercoin in the bottom. But I think they are actually building pretty well, and it is going up, and he is actually up 147%, which is a massive you can say that gains that he just got. After that we have Xbox, and I'm not familiar with Xbox, but we have Zent. So Zent is a pretty big one, so they do have a pretty big investors that includes Binance Labs as well as Coinbase Venture. If you're looking to get into the gaming coin, I think this one could be a pretty good one to get into, or you can actually try to research this coin and see what comes up, but I think this one is a pretty big one. After that we have Near Protocol, and Near is the biggest AI coin, and I think this one is going to do pretty good in the future. And AR, so Solana was using AR as a storage, and after that they moved from the AR, but I think AR still does have a pretty good potential, and that could be pretty good coin to get into. After that we have Tau is basically AI Bitcoin, and I think this one is going to do pretty well as well. So as for AIOZ, it has, I think, a lot of supply. For the AIOZ has yet to come out, so that this one could be a pretty dangerous if you are planning to hold it for a long time. After that we have I'm actually skipping some of the coins because some of the coins are low caps, as well as they have not been doing pretty well. If you're looking at the AI coin called NOS, which is basically it is a coin on Solana, and it did a big run, a massive one, and as of now it has been actually tanking a lot of sell pressure, as you can see. So which is the reason why I'm skipping this, as well as Paul did have some controversy going on around it, so I am skipping that one as well. After that we have AXL. So AXL is RWA as well as king of interoperability, so I think this coin does have a lot of potential. After that we have Swissberg, and we have meme coins, so I'm not going into the meme coins. Anyways, this was just going over the portfolio of virtual backend, whether these coins can do actually make a gain. And if we go to the update logs, as you can see here, he has been selling a lot of coins. So the first one is actually Prime. So he did swap Prime with Zent, so he believes that Zent is the next Prime, or basically Zent will gain a lot more than Prime at the moment, so which the reason I think he sold and swapped with Prime. So after that we have, he did actually get out of Ondo, which is a massive one, so he did actually that was a pretty good profit that he got, as you can see here. After that we have, okay, so let's see what did he sell again. So he did actually sold play as well here. He also sold FTM coin as well, and he also got out of Pendle as well. And okay, so that's it. So the last update he did was on December 16th, and the market has been not doing that well since his last update, as you can see. So I think he is most likely waiting for the market to move, and after that he will most likely make a move on his portfolio as well. So anyways, this was it. I hope you liked the video, and I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.